if your body is not strong, there is no way your business is going to be strong. There's no way your relationships are going to be strong. There's no, like, everything begins to falter when your physical body is not strong. Because you don't have the energy, you don't have the mental capacity, you don't have the vitality, the only thing you're concerned about and worried about is you. You literally go from living to being in this microcosm of yourself, which is not the best life. That's not the God-ordained life.
That's not Rich Friends. And that's why I'm doing this episode, so that you can understand, the power of fasting and giving up something, Hello, Rich Friends. Welcome to another episode of the New Rich Podcast. I'm Uyi Abraham and the host, and yes, my co-host,
Dr. Faith Abraham. Hello, Rich Friends. Welcome back to the podcast.
Awesome. That is so great. Yeah, we have a very, very interesting and powerful topic to talk about today.
We do.
Yeah, but before that, how was your week?
Man, my week was so crazy. We are in the middle of tournament season for our oldest daughter.
Wow.
And she's out there killing it, like literally killing it, because she plays volleyball. So we've been traveling, going here, doing this and practice. And she's also very involved at school. So it's been a lot. And then, of course, business. And then I have clients and this and home. So a lot of different things, but fun. I'd rather be busy than bored. So that's what's happening. It's good.
Wow, that's really good, So, and our daughter, which is our oldest, I just turned 16.
Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Remember that from MTV?
So how does it feel being a mom of a 16-year-old?
It hasn't set in yet. And I actually, on Instagram, they have those little bubbles in the DMs. And I wrote, I have a 16-year-old with the little cry face emoji. And then she gonna sit there and DM me talking about, Mom, that was a whole day ago. It's just kicking in, girl. You better back off of me. I'm not used to this. This is very weird. Because I can still remember being in the hospital in Texas. It was snowing on the day that she was born.
And which is rare, because it rarely snows in Dallas,
because we were in Dallas.
Yeah.
It does not snow. It snowed that day.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember everything and some different things my mom was going through at the time, but she was still able to make it down for the birth of Zoe. Then I was talking to your mom, and she was like, "Oh my God," she's all with the dramatics. And I love it. She's so extra. But she was just saying some different memories that she had too about her being born. So it's 16 years. It's just weird. It's very, very weird. But it's exciting, and it's amazing to see what God can do. Like you had this little baby, and she's now driving, getting her hair done, her nails done, playing ball. It's just an awesome concept to see progression.
Wow. And you both were just in Tennessee for volleyball.
Yes.
So I was that. I wasn't able to go because I had to take up the other kids and the other things going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Mom-daughter road trip. They played really well, and they're getting their chemistry up without going too much into volleyball and, team playing and all that good stuff. But it was really good, and we had a good time. We didn't get to enjoy Tennessee like that. We just basically went in, tournament, dipped out. Now we're back. She has another tournament this weekend. So it's going until, I think, March or so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then that's when it's over, because she's playing team. She's not playing at the school. She played for the school already, but so now she's doing team. So that's been good.
Wow. And by the way, I love your outfit. I don't know if our audience can see it. You're looking so fine, girl. What's going on? You're looking all sharp, all dressed up, all fine and sexy.
See what's today happening. Like when you're getting taken care of by your boo.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, okay. You're making me blush on here. Okay.
I see what you're ready. I see. That's what you go put me on the carpet. I'll put you to the carpet too. You might blush a little bit.
Okay, all right. So you need to stop making me blush now. So I guess we'll just get on the episode. But you didn't ask me how my day was or my week or anything.
You started asking me questions, so I didn't get a chance to. So how was your week?
My week has been good. At the time of this recording, this is the second day of February of 2023. And January is already over. Like 2023 was like, oh, it's coming, and now we're here. And now January is over. Now we're in February, and it's like, okay, so this year is already going.
It's already going.
So what are we doing? So I was listening to a podcast to coming to the studio to do this recording, and there was some conversations there that just kind of inspired something in me as well.
Okay.
To like, okay, next month I want to just take like 7 days to do like a liquid juice fast.
I'm joining you on that.
Oh, let's do it together.
It's going to be good. I'm down for that. Listen, if it comes to a cleanse and a detox, I'm a girl. Some fasting.
Yeah, let's do it together. Because even as Christians, sometimes we underestimate the power of fasting and taking time to cleanse the body, the mind, hear from God. And there's so much that we believe in God for this year to be way bigger, greater, better than anything we've ever seen. Yeah. So, we might not need to, we both have a lot of travels this month. So probably March will be that good time. Yeah, so I want to like a 7 days of some kind of juice, cleanse and fast. Okay. And also to just kind of take that month to also just kind of sacrifice something for a month.
Okay.
And usually, fasting is not just, God honors fasting, right? But it's not just only to just kind of deprive your body of food, but it's also to just giving up something that is very meaningful and special to you in exchange for something bigger and greater. Like Abraham, pretty much like a fast. He gave his son Isaac to God, right? That was his best, So just looking, okay, what are 2 or 3 things that I love so much, I enjoy so much, that I want to just sacrifice for? First, do that juice fast for 7 days, but the whole of March, just give up something. Just sacrifice something, right? So so that's kind of what I'm thinking about, just kind of getting my mind prepared, because I like food, and if I don't eat a day, I have like solid food, my body goes crazy. But I think it's going to get used to it, probably first couple of days kind of go a little crazy. But I'm really determined to try to prepare my mind mentally for that week to just be able to just give body rest from processing all these heavy food, chemicals, and all this stuff that they do in food these days,
Exactly. And that's going to be so good. And I'm ready to join you. I did a 3-day detox.
Yeah. Woo!
And you remember that, right?
I remember that one.
And we did... we had a booth, and so we were building and talking to people, and so it was a lot of expended energy. Even though I was fasting, I wasn't eating anything for 24 hours plus 24 hours plus 24 hours. It can really deplete you. But I felt I was looking good after that fast, honey. I was glowing and everything. I felt good. It was, sometimes you kind of get into a habit of eating, but I didn't eat a morsel of food. And I think it was day 1 that was the hardest for me. But after day 2, day 3, it was kind of like, okay. And my body was like, yes, this is wonderful, because we have to process a lot of food.
Yeah.
We're eating 3 times a day. Some people 5. Okay. Don't be ashamed. It is what it is.
Hey y'all, so my name is Ellie, aka Ellie Talks Money. I am a business coach. I help people scale their business up to 6 and 7 figures with digital marketing, digital products, business credit, and more. I have over 40,000 students that have taken my courses, and I am here to wholeheartedly recommend Vonza as an amazing platform to literally do all things in one. Like, before I found Vonza, I had several different platforms to do my courses here, my emails here, my landing page here, my text message here. I mean, it was all over the place. I had to give my team passwords to 4 or 5 different accounts. And when I found Vonza, it was like, wait a minute. So you mean I only have to log into one place and I can manage my courses, my ebooks, my payments, emails, funnels, everything. It's absolutely amazing. I would say that for any business owner, whether you're a new business owner or a seasoned business owner, there's nothing more convenient than having all of your structure in one place, like with a platform like Vonza. And the team behind Vonza is just incredible. Dr. Abraham, the founder, is amazing. The team has been so accommodating in helping me to transition my courses over from other platforms to Vonza to ensure that my audience, current audience, and then the future students that will enroll have just a really smooth process for getting the information and keeping the information, because that's what I'm here to do, is help people scale their businesses. So thank you so much, Vonza. I'm just so grateful. And if you don't have it yet, get it today.
And I think it's counter. So just to interrupt you a little bit, I think it's counter. How do I put it? Counter human physiology to eat 5 times a day. Because I heard a lot of people say, just eat little food 5 times a day. Your body needs food. I don't think that's the maker's plan. Because growing up in Africa, and I think we should just make this episode on detox and dieting. Let's just do that. Let's just go into it, because growing up in Nigeria, I remember that, we were doing a little bit okay, better than some of our neighbors, right?
Okay.
I remember that, they used to eat twice a day. And we were thinking that, they're just so poor and, they're suffering so much. We're eating like 3 meals a day. But looking back now, it just felt like the human body. Because if you look at back then when there was no technology to process any food, right? People were just like going to the back of their house and just eat some. They were probably eating 1, 2 a day. It wasn't like this, we're just eating all this food because we have so much choice now, right? Back like 100, 200, 300 years ago, people didn't have access to a variety of food. Go to the back of your house, you do some tomato.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You use what in season. And and they were always walking out too. They were farmers, they were traders, they were contractors, they built roads. And so they were burning a lot of energy. But so I don't know, I'm just thinking that maybe, people should just be eating just 2 times a day instead of eating 3, 5 times a day, because I just feel like when you eat twice a day, right, you give your body time to fully process it and burn off some of those calories. But if you just keep eating 5 times, even if it's smaller portions, but your body's just always working.
And that is what I wanted to say. So science has come out and shown that part of the intermittent fasting that people are talking a lot about really comes back to eating basically 2 times a day. And before you eat your first meal, you should hydrate, because if you're sleeping between 6 to 8 hours at night, you haven't taken anything. And since the body is predominantly water, you need to give it water first thing in the morning upon waking up. Not coffee, not soda, not oatmeal.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble now.
I know, y'all.
Because some folks can't do without coffee. They got
me if you want to. Listen, I'm a coffee girl too.
Yeah.
However, I don't get hydrated. We know that caffeine dehydrates. So I need to hydrate my body after being asleep for 6 to 8 hours. Now, within that 6 to 8 hours, the last meal that you had should have fully processed. And before you eat, this is what science says. Before you eat, you should have a bowel movement. I hope we can say that on YouTube. Okay. You should have a bowel movement before you now eat anything again, which indicates that your body has fully processed everything that you ate before, and it is now ready to take on whatever meal or food, or fuel, because food is fuel, that you are intending to give it. Where fat comes in is when the body has not processed whatever it is that it has been given, and then it's given more. And so now it's like working. We have a sedentary lifestyle where most people are sitting for at least 6 to 8 hours a day. Then they're sleeping for 6 to 8 hours a day. There's no burning of no caloric burn.
And the
no
body
muscles.
movement.
That's right.
Because the body needs
needs
move.
movement. The muscles are atrophying.
Yeah.
Atrophizing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Some big word.
Yeah, I always get tongue-tied with that word. But now your muscles are fatigued. They don't burn. When a body is exposed to exercise, consistent exercise, it's literally burning whatever fuel you give it, and that's basically your metabolism going up. And that's where you meet people who they can eat anything. They eat huge meals and they don't gain weight. Why? Because their muscles are burning that fuel. So it's hard for fat to accumulate on their body because they're always using their body. Their muscles are engaged and now using that food for fuel. So it's hard for fat to just collect on the body like that. And then if you're eating two times a day, like you're saying, and you're having bowel movements and you're staying hydrated, you're getting
and you're moving.
And you're moving.
The key too is that I think for me, one of the reasons I never really liked exercising much was, to me, I like to see I like being productive. I like to do things and feel like I'm seeing some rewards or revenue or some movement. Some return, right? Okay. So just to be on the calorie on the machine, on the treadmill, and just be going nowhere, right? It's just like, okay, and it's not enjoyable too, But I think I have to start reprogramming my mind concerning it too.
Absolutely.
To be like, okay, maybe stop seeing and just exercising. Like I have to exercise every day, but see like, okay, I need to move my body every day. My body needs to move every day. It needs to move at least 2 hours a day, really, honestly, right? Because that's really how it should be. Because 30 minutes exercise here and there, and you sit 8-10 hours a day, it doesn't really cut it for people. Many experts say that because it's better than nothing. Right?
Right.
But realistically, if you look at, you have about 10 to 12 hours of active time during the day. When you're awake, sometimes more, your body should move at least 2 hours out of that day, right? And I think too that twice, no wonder intermittent fasting is getting popular now. And now it's making sense because when you eat on average 12 p.m., maybe your second meal about 5-6 in the evening, your body have time to rest without processing. Surely this food that is so induced with so much chemicals.
Yes, a lot of chemicals. And when you're in the evening, because a lot of people usually eat like dinner around 7, sometimes 8, and they're like, well, I don't get hungry until then.
Some people, they eat dinner at 10 p.m.
Yeah, and then you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's food, it's a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But what we have to understand is that time we're like, oh, well, I would get hungry at 8-9 o'clock. Yeah. That's not hunger, that's boredom. That's literally your physical body being bored. It's just craving some type of action, some type of engagement. Yeah. And so at that time, if you're adhering to the two, we are not medical professionals.
Exactly. Don't take this as a medical advice.
This is not medical advice.
Talk with your doctor, your nutritionist.
Speak with your doctor before you do.
Your pastor, your priest.
Or
something,
Please and thank you.
But this is something we are observing and personal reflection of.
What I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to make note on what you said, one of the things that we don't realize is that is the time, instead of eating, that we need to be drinking. People do not, like, as much as you would think, because there's so much plastic and bottled water and things like that, people do not drink water. We are not hydrated, which is why we're lethargic. That's why we're tired. We're spending so much money on healthcare products and collagen and this and that. But really,
And the medical
your body is
professions,
just,
they love that.
They love
They
it.
love to keep people sick
Yeah.
because it helps them make a lot of
A
money.
lot of money. But really what
It's
you
business.
need is
Healthcare
water.
is business.
Big business.
Big business, yeah.
You need water. Like 64 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
And that can help to curb and alleviate a lot of the appetite that people have, a lot of the boredom that people have. You're going to be so busy using the bathroom. You ain't even going to have time to mind anybody's business but your own.
Yeah.
Because, rich friends, are you staying hydrated? Let me know in the comments. Are you staying hydrated? Do you drink 64 ounces of water a day? That is, if you're drinking a 16 ounce like Starbucks cup, the little cute ones, that's 4 of those in a day. If you're drinking bottles of water, that's 8 bottles of water, right? And then you can get the big thing, which is a 64 ounce. I have one. It's like purple and it says, "Good job. You're still here. Drink more. Almost there." Done for the day. So those are great ways to track it. But you were wanting to say something.
Yeah, no, it's very amazing because I think, let's kind of just to be a little transparent here a little bit,
Okay.
You were having some health challenge,
Yes.
and your energy was just feeling all down and
I was living
drained.
from our bed.
Yeah, and without kind of going to like what exactly
details.
might have been the cause, but can you describe how you were going? Because I think the title of this episode is "Why Entrepreneurs Should Fast," right?
Okay.
And we want entrepreneurs and our rich friends to know that fasting is very, very essential for business.
It is.
Right? If you're eating so much and you don't take time to give your body time to recuperate and to heal and to self-repair from all these chemically induced foods, it's going to slow you down. That's why a lot of people, their brain get foggy. They don't think straight.
Right.
They don't come up with ideas. When was the last time you came up with a creative idea for your business, right? Is it because you're not creative, or could it be that your body is working so hard to process all this food that you're not giving it enough time to repair itself, and so you're not getting as much creativity come to you like you would like for it to be, right?
Exactly.
So entrepreneurs should fast, and it helps your business, it helps your body, it helps your mind, it helps your soul, it helps you spiritually and everything.
Yeah.
But I want to talk a little bit about some of the symptoms you were having in your body, and pretty much one of the way that you repaired it was through fasting and cleansing. And can you share a little bit?
So, and I want you guys to stay to the end of this video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to give you some of the supplements that I took to go from literally living my life from my bed and running my house from my bed to being able to have my own YouTube channel, have this podcast, work and do great things in my business, and continue to move around and travel the way that I'm able to now.
Yeah, and before you do that, rich friends, if you like this episode, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Share with another 5 friends you have, because this could really, really change their life and their business too.
And their business. So I was, like I said, I was basically running the house from my bed.
Yeah.
So I was having to use the apps on my phone for groceries, and I was delegating my butt off, have this kid do this, have this kid do that, have that kid do that, because I just did not have the energy and the mental clarity to execute the way that I wanted to. I hadn't taken for at least a year. I stopped taking one-on-one clients. I stopped doing group coaching. I couldn't really do anything. I was having I don't even know what to call it, but there were symptoms in my legs to where if it literally felt like my legs were so stiff, they were just paralyzed. I couldn't use them. And I would have these very harsh, stinging, tingling sensations in the back of my legs. So I just couldn't do it, and I couldn't work out or anything. So I decided to go ahead and change something. So I kind of just stopped running business. And I thank God that I have a husband that believes in holding down the fort. It's not a 50-50 thing. He was like, I'm the man of the house. I'm going to do what I got to do. And you do what you need to do so that you can live and you can live and thrive. So I basically stopped doing business and I just started first and foremost by healing my gut, which required a lot of detoxing and required a lot of fasting, which was great because spiritually it really shook me up and got my spirit back sensitive to hearing God and knowing what to do and making certain decisions and putting certain things in place that I didn't even consider. I just started doing it because I just felt the prompting to do it.
Yeah.
And so just by doing that and healing my gut, I know a lot of people will ask, okay, what does that mean?
Exactly. I was going to ask, what exactly is that?
Your gut is basically your stomach and your stomach lining. It's your second brain.
Okay.
And it's all connected. So if your gut, the lining in your stomach is not healthy, then that affects everything else. That contributes to brain fog. That contributes to being lethargic, to your body not functioning well, your kidneys not functioning well. So it's literally a slow burn and deterioration of the insides of your body. So you heal the gut with different things like flora. There's different supplements out there. If y'all are interested, just put it in the comments and I'll kind of list some stuff and you can get a lot of it at Amazon. So healed my gut. Also, I took a test that was revealed, though, even though I didn't have diabetes, I had a lot of cortisol in my system from stress. So I was very stressed and my body was not processing it. I had like traces of parasites because the lining of my stomach was so thin. A lot of the stuff that the body's supposed to process out wasn't. It was just sitting in my body. So it was lending itself to like all kinds of ailments and stiff joints. And like, here's how I knew something was wrong. Your mom came to town, and when she comes to town, we run to town. We go, honey, we go shopping from sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I told her, I said, Mom, you know how we get down. I love shopping with you, but I can't do it. I can only go to 3 stores. This is a woman that I run the streets with. We go to like every day. Oh, we didn't finish this. Oh, I saw this thing and now it's on my mind.
Yeah, she's quite a busybody.
Yeah. She got energy. And she's in her 60s. At the time, I was in my late 30s, early 40s, and I was complaining as if I was older than she was. But chronologically, I'm younger than she is. When I told her I could not hang anymore, the way she looked at me, like, I never known this girl to lie. So if she is saying this to me, something is wrong.
Yeah.
That's when I took it serious. That's when I really realized, okay, something is not right and I need to fix it like ASAP Rocky. Okay. Like right now. So went through that whole process, did a lot of detoxes, cleanses. He knows. He was like, what is that? What are you eating? Like, stripped down all the different seasonings, herbs, made very plain, boring food for like 14 days. I was on supplements and just taking things to revitalize my body and get my body the nutrients and the vitamins that it didn't have and why a lot of symptoms that I was having. And now, fast forward, I mean, I'm still taking supplements, but I'm taking supplements not necessarily to detox. I'm just taking supplements because it makes me feel good. I'm taking supplements because I'm just restoring and redeeming the time that I lost. So entrepreneurs have to realize, and I say this to my clients now a lot, is that if your body is not strong, there is no way your business is going to be strong. There's no way your relationships are going to be strong. There's no, like, everything begins to falter when your physical body is not strong. Because you don't have the energy, you don't have the mental capacity, you don't have the vitality, you don't have, the only thing you're concerned about and worried about is you. You literally go from living to being in this microcosm of yourself, which is not the best life. That's not the God ordained life.
That's
for us.
not Rich Friends. And that's why I'm doing this episode, so that you can understand, the power of fasting and giving up something, And
That
even
fasting was serious.
It was hard. I didn't even know how you did it. I honestly, I didn't think you could do it. And I know at one point, maybe the second or third day, it was so hard on your body. I was like, you've done enough. Just go eat something, right?
Yep.
But my wife, she's so determined and she is so, when she make up her mind, she gonna do something. She does it. She executed, and so she went through. It was amazing, and I was doubtful at first, though, because I've seen a lot of stuff that just kind of scam me out there when it comes to the supplements and health this and health that, But I'm glad to see the results you're doing, And one of the reasons we're doing this episode is to really talk to our rich friends, because we want to see you do well, not just only financially, but also to mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, every part of your life, right? What we want to start doing from next month, we're going to do 7-day juice fast, and hopefully we should do that. Oh, she's dancing. Okay, if you listen on the podcast platform, you should probably watch this episode on YouTube so you can see Dr. Faith dancing and stuff, I think 7 days will be a good start, but I think we should even make it a monthly discipline, even if it's 3 months, right? So maybe you can try that too, but again, to talk to your doctor and your physician and health professional to see if you are healthy enough. But if you can, maybe the first week of every month, take 2-3 days to just kind of fast, and also to some kind of solitude and some kind of seclusion too, because when you fast, your spiritual antennas are very heightened, where you can hear, you can see, ideas will come to you. But if you're so busy and all these different things going on when you're fasting,
quick fixes.
Let me get Chick-fil-A. It's not gonna work, right?
Let me go eat this steak because I'm hungry and it's been a long day and I'm gonna reward myself. Or you have these bad eating habits. Your body is yelling at you, screaming at you. Oh, I have a headache. I'll just pop an aspirin. No, that headache is your body saying, hello, pay attention to me.
Exactly.
I'm hurting. You need to do something. Dr. Oz.
Oh, even before Dr. Oz. I think the first time I heard it was in college. My psychology professor is the very first person I heard say that headache is the first sign your body gives to you that something is off. When you start having headaches all the time, your body is screaming at you and trying to tell you and trying to get your attention that something is wrong, right? So,
and rich friends. Before we go, rich friends, like I said, if you want the supplements, let me know in the comments. I'll put it in
comment in the comment.
So you can know.
Yeah. Also, too, before you, please don't forget what you're gonna say. Also, too, let us know in the comments if you're gonna fast and how long you fasted, or let us know in the comment what kind of fast are you gonna do, right? Let us know what kind of fasting you're doing. Let us know if you think this episode have helped you or not. And again, if it's helped you, share with another 5 friends of yours, and it's gonna help them as well.
Somebody needs to hear this.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to know as well that fasting is not only relegated to food. You can also fast from social media. You can fast by means of establishing a morning routine that helps to build you up and make you more keen and in tune to the spirit. You can fast by literally delayed gratification. There's many ways to fast. There's many ways to sacrifice, which will now help to reprogram your brain and reduce the need for you to have dopamine. A lot of times people are just eating because they need something to pleasure. They're just looking for something to help them, or they have a lot of emotional buildup from the launch not going well, them not hitting their goals, them not making money, them not doing well with selling, or whatever's going on in their business, or whatever's happening in your relationships. So now you're going to food as a quick fix, but food is never a fix. Food doesn't give comfort. It adds fat to the body, which eventually allows your body to deteriorate faster than it should.
Yeah. That's really dope information right there.
So there's fasting of turning your plate down and not eating, but then there's also a fasting that helps the brain, your cognitive facilities and abilities, to step out of what everybody likes to call the matrix and step into where you're supposed to be, and that intuitiveness, that spiritual, man, my 2020 COVID was awesome. I didn't even get COVID. God bless you if you did, but I didn't get COVID. And I had at that time, a one-on-one business, because in 2018, I was impressed to shift my business from being face-to-face to virtual. And people were like, why would you do that? And I was like, the majority of my clients are virtual.
Yeah.
The majority, it just made sense. And it just kept hitting, like, I was just really, really prompted. So I closed my physical office space, went 100% virtual. When 2020 came and COVID hit, I didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
I probably got beat up a little bit because I was so, I was taking client after client after client, doing challenge after challenge after challenge. I was just going. There was no stopping. And then, of course, with the angst of it all, people were losing their jobs. So I was getting a lot more clientele, but it was because fasting was a part of my regimen.
Yeah.
And I was prompted to shift my business. And I was obedient to the prompting. And that allowed me to thrive when a lot of people weren't.
Wow. All right, rich friends, that's going to be it.
That's it.
In this episode. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. So again, to take some time to fast, take some time to cleanse your body, cleanse your mind, detox. And you're going to see that it's going to help you 10x, if not 100x, your business this year. Until next time, like, comment, share this episode with 5 other people. We'll see you next time.
Bye, rich friends.